It's currently 1 o'clock in the morning here in my city. I've been looking at conspiracy or like end of the world type videos for the majority of the day. And I don't know, it kind of put me into some thinking, some of the things I've experienced. Sorry, I had to wait for people to pass. Some of my experiences, as well as some of the people or things that I know. It kind of confirms and doesn't confirm some of the things that have been going on. I've seen some videos and I kind of cross-check against what I know personally, what I've seen and heard. I live in a very prominent city, a very expensive city, as you will. I've had a lot of jobs. I've had a girlfriend that's pretty important if I ever get to it. She's a significant person or reason why I know certain things. I grew up in a very dysfunctional household. I won't say exactly the upbringings because it might. Well, I mean, you either choose to listen to me or you don't. Yeah, I can confirm some things and I guess tell against some things based on experience. Yeah, I mean, if you guys have any questions, be sure to comment or do what you can to contact me to see if maybe I can answer some of your questions. I do have a lot of insight and knowledge that majority of people you come across in life won't know because they haven't gone through some of the measures that I've gone through to get or understand some things that I've come across. Excuse me, I just ate. Yeah, so I'd say that I'm currently in underground. I try to stay out of the limelight as much as possible other than making YouTube videos. I was bored. I figured, what do I really have to lose by sharing the information or things that I have seen? I guess ideally for me, it'd be better if nobody saw this stuff. But at the same time, I don't know. I mean, a lot of people could really benefit if they choose to believe any of this stuff. There's a lot of conspiracy theories or things that kind of go on in the world that might scare some people that think they're woke or whatever else. It's not so. I've only met one person that somewhat understands the things that I've seen or experienced. And I've never met anybody else that understands the same things or has been to the same kind of place that I've been to. A lot of people are very spiritual or whatever. That shit's unimportant. Pardon my French. There's a lot of things people get distracted by that are really completely unnecessary. I guess I can get more to that later. To the nitty-gritty and the actual evidence or the actual what you could consider or think about. Sorry to let some people pass. Basically, you guys would have to try to convince me to say something about it. Not that you would want to, but mostly because what I would say would kind of ruin me as a person, as far as just the importance of what I could possibly tell you. I guarantee you it's beyond what anybody could possibly tell you unless they've been there. I'll give you a hint though, a lot of it is things that you only really find out after you're physically completely just dead as a person. I don't mean figuratively, I mean actually dead. Your heart stopped and you're not mentally there. And everything. Yeah. I'm sorry. Trying to be as private as possible. Yeah, so basically, sorry. Yeah, so basically, the things that people talk about, like that they see or experience after death, or while they're looking at their own body in the hospital bed or whatever else, I've seen some of those things, or I've gone through those same experiences, except while still being alive. I had to go through some pretty, basically the hardest. It's the epitome of life. Like, you'll go through the hardest things you've ever gone through in life in order to see or understand some things. I did a lot of these same things when I was at home, and that's how I was able to get to where I am personally. The things I've learned, whatever else. It's basically like I'd have to go. It's a whole thing, but yeah, basically, I've experienced exactly what people describe after they've physically died on the deathbed, whatever else, and like a doctor declares them dead, flatline everything, and then all of a sudden like they're brought back to life or some shit. Pardon my French. All that stuff, except while still living, and then continually like people stop having that experience like after they've come back to their body, whatever else. I'm talking about like actually having that same experience, but while living and breathing and just on a continual basis. Like I said, if you guys want to hear more about this or anything that I've gone through, experienced, whatever else, I have some sources for information personally on like some of the things that go on behind government, etc. Certain training that make Navy SEALs kind of look bad, as far as like people that are a little bit more intense than them. Just a lot of things basically. But some very simple, basic points. And I guess I'm putting a video out there to see if anybody's interested in hearing about any of this. Wouldn't say any of this stuff is spiritual or anything. Just like I said, it's about as solid as a person could possibly get. It's kind of hard to explain. That's why I'm making videos about it. But I'm offering up the idea to anybody who wants to hear about it or anything else like that. It kind of goes above a lot of people's heads because I had to go through the things that a lot of people are not willing to go through in their lifetime. So it's I guess I'm sharing my personal sacrifices or whatever with you guys. I'm kind of a loner. I don't really talk to anybody. I talk to people, but like I don't know. I had to go through all this stuff by myself. Well, I guess I'll explain more later if you guys want to hear it. Just let me know. All right.